It's the new Wabu Order Podcast. We talk to build our culture up, we getting all that. We speak well to eat well, we giving them all facts. So like, share, subscribe if you know that you pro-black. Let's grow.
Welcome back to the new Wabu Order Podcast. I'm your illustrious, did I say that right? Illustrious host.
You can say whatever you want.
Wabu Shabazz, man. What's going on? Today I got a special person here. I say everybody's a special person because everybody's a special person and artist. What's going on?
Thank you. When you say special,
Yeah.
because you said everybody's special, but then you said I'm like special.
No, everybody.
He might be trying to get one in. You know what I mean?
Everybody. Nah, go ahead. Not that special. Not that type.
No,
special.
but thank you for having me. I have actually been waiting on an invite, so happy to be here.
I didn't hit you up damn near 2 years ago, man. But
I'm gonna let you have it.
But the timing is everything, though, man. It might have not worked them times. You know what I mean? It was a lot of like sucker energy around, so it might have wouldn't have worked during them times.
Okay.
But what's going on with you?
Well, I have a lot going on. I feel like I'm in a transitional phase, if I said that correctly. So I do work, got to get to the bag.
Of course.
Right.
Of course.
Outside of that, I'm writing. I write music. Everybody knows that. Let's see what else. I've been writing some comedy scripts.
Oh, yeah. So you...
Yeah,
what made you get on that?
I love being funny. I love comedy. I love to laugh. Laughter is medicine. And sometimes I'll think of something and it's so creative and so epic. I'm like, this is meant. Like, this is one of my purposes. Whatnot. Since I'm a creative writer, I might as well include something like that, like a script. My goal is to get one on SNL, Saturday Night Live.
Oh yeah. You shooting for the stars, like I mean, as you should. Like, what about like doing skits, like online?
Me myself?
Yeah.
I would. Acting sounds interesting.
Doing skits already. Like, what's the kid from here?
Calvin
Grimes. Yeah.
I already knew.
Calvin Grimes.
Shout out to him.
He's blowing up doing skits.
Yeah. I like to be more low key. Like I told you earlier, like I try to stay under the rock until I have to come outside.
Yeah.
I don't really need to be outside to be productive.
You gotta be outside to do them skits though. That people be doing them in the house all day long, or just going to a secluded area and get it going. Get a bunch of them on your phone, and then you could just drop them. Especially if that could push your skit.
But I've been doing so many things for so long, you know, like the Jill of all trades. And I'm not going to say it hasn't worked for me. It's worked for me mentally and spiritually, but not financially. You know what I mean? It's not really lucrative when you're doing a lot of things. Yeah. So with that being said, I'm trying to tie everything that I'm doing into just a few. So it would require me to kind of do less.
I can dig it,
you know
because
what I mean?
Like your dreams unfortunately, if it's not paying your bills right now, you gotta do other things, and then that kind of takes away from your dream. What people say, like a good job is a dream killer. You get what I'm saying?
I guess if you lack certain disciplines or whatnot, I'm more so like determined to beat the odds. You know, and I don't want to like conjure up that energy to where it's like all the odds are always against me and I'm having to beat them. But I do believe that you can have, now I do be tired, you know what I'm saying? And I might be saying this because I have a job right now too, because I've also been, you know, strictly 100% entrepreneur just on my own.
Yes.
But I had to fund everything on my own. And right now I'm able to use my time and somebody else's time to gain and use that. It just requires more discipline. When you do have free time, it's not really free time anymore.
I could
You know, that's why I was telling you, you must got a lot of work in and like really discipline yourself to be able to do so much in so little time.
Like as far as this, I don't know, like just like this is my passion. This is what I feel like I'm supposed to be doing. Like something in media, pushing out information or whatever. Like you was here just now. We had a Republican candidate for city council here, so I just want to be able to push some type of like topics, gems that people didn't know of. Like that's my goal. If it could just work with just one person, like that's what will make me feel good. But I still want to get a couple of dollars
for sure
stuff. But
for sure.
But like that's. But
like what's the reason? Dream. But you know, like what's the meaning of needing or wanting like money? Because if the goal is money, then when you got the money, you don't need to spend it. So the goal is not the money. The goal is like an experience, right? So if you could like pass all of that and just get the experience that you want.
I think pushing the information and whatever entertainment or whatever I want to push to the people, I think that's the goal. And hopefully one day on a national level, a big level, that's the goal. Money will be the secondary thing. Cause my life ain't based off of just like money. You get what I'm saying?
I'm not disagreeing with that. I'm just saying I don't think people should have to work for it. I think it should just naturally come to you.
Yeah.
Because you're doing what you're supposed to do. Like somebody's gonna fly you out and pay for everything, all expenses paid for you and the fam, because they want you to come out and be heard in their space or whatever.
If you're doing your thing, it will come to you. It would that energy will be attracted to what you're doing. Like if you just like a negative person, guess what? Like negativity is gonna find you. You know what I mean? Trouble gonna find you. If you're positive, you know how that go. That stuff is gonna find you. I'm like in between negative and positive. So whatever finds me, finds me. You get what I'm saying?
You consider that like your balance or whatever, like being in between? Okay.
Of course. You got to have that balance. You got to have that balance.
But do you though? I mean, not necessarily do you though in that, for that in particular, but it's like, wouldn't balance or in the middle be a gray area? You know what I mean? So it's like, that's why we're not moving. You know what I mean? Because we're
okay, all right.
From that aspect.
Yeah, I see what you're saying. Now, I just like to me, if you have too much of something, you lacking of the other thing. So you might be lacking the experience. If you too positive, you lacking the experience of knowing if something gets hard or something with the negative thing, because you've never seen that. So yes, balance is in the middle is how I love to do it.
So that you don't fall like really hard if shit hits the fan.
Yeah. So I can be prepared for when, and I look at it like it's gonna happen. Shit is gonna hit the fan.
Why do you look at it like that? I think for the past 2 years, I have been studying and working to think the opposite of exactly that. I'm not saying that, because I certainly respect it. You know what I mean? Because shit is reality.
Yeah.
Because it is accepted. And I'm learning to not accept things because that is not, it's not going to be reality.
I mean, that's an ill way to look at it, though. That's definitely an ill way to look at it.
Because when you think about it, if you're expecting something and it doesn't come, you're gonna feel crazy. So when you expect whatever it is, we don't have to call it bad, but whatever you expect and it comes, like we're not realizing that we are conjuring up our reality because of what we're expecting or whatnot. So when you were talking about like me doing a bunch of things, I'm really wanting to like focus on that main thing, like knowing you can have your ideal. Like, it's a time to be funny and it's a time to like talk about, things that don't matter and bullshit. I get it, but it's like the nitty gritty part of it is those same people that are laughing are fucking crying when they go into bed. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, what really needs to be happening now? So I put it on me. I could spend a lot more time studying and like figuring out who I am and what I need to do.
That's that Jamie knowledge. Y'all been hanging
Okay,
together too.
that's my boy.
Yeah, that's that Jamie knowledge.
That's my boy.
Yeah, that's a dope way to look at it. For real. That's definitely a dope way to look at it. What I want to say out of it would get a little bit too deep. I don't want to get that deep on that.
For sure.
On that particular thing. But so you rap and sing, right?
I do.
Like,
that's where my name came from.
Like, what made you start rapping and singing? You know, sometimes people just pick one thing, singing or rapping. Like, what brought the rapping and singing?
I guess I'm more of a feeler. I'm more of a viber. You know, whatever the song pulled out of me. I don't think any artist is like limited. They just limit themselves. You know, they make a decision and it might be best for them. But I would probably feel like I'm undermining myself if I don't do both. Because I love rap. Like I fell in love with freestyling. I think that's really what did it. Fell in love with the freestyling. Listened to hip hop all my life, but freestyling did it for me when I was like 16. And I always wanted to be the dopest freestyler. Like, it's been a few instances where I feel like maybe a spirit hit me or something. Like, seriously, a spirit came over me and I was spitting some real shit. But for the most part, I'm a writer.
Okay.
Yeah. But
and who inspired you besides that spirit?
Like, for the rapping physical part?
Yeah, and rapping or singing.
Because the singing came, like, I just came out of the womb singing, I think. You know, I was the one in church singing, but I was super shy. Like, I used to hide behind my grandma when she used to be like, sing that song for me. And I would hide because I was scared. But as far as inspiration, I was always around music. My sister's dad has been playing the drums in a band for all my life that I could remember because I knew her dad before she got here. You know what I'm saying? And he used to take me to band practice. I used to be in the car. I remember singing Mary J. Blige when I was like 6, you know, type shit. So things like that, church choir. As far as rap though, my mom, she had a very open, broad genre collection of music.
Okay.
So I was not limited to music at all.
Yeah, that's dope. That's dope.
Thank you.
I remember you had this video. Damn, I forgot the name of the song. Damn.
Was it recent?
Nah, this was a minute ago. It was like an Erykah Badu vibe.
It might have been one that I took off of YouTube.
Oh,
I used to like.
But you would like jack a song?
No, I like, to be fair, if it's the song I'm thinking about, amazing. For my very first project.
Pieces of Ann? Was that your first project?
Yes. Pieces of An Artist, yep. PEACES. And
so that was the first project ever?
Actually, no. Well, first official.
Yeah.
Because that one's available. Everything's available and streamable, y'all.
On where? Like where they could go?
Apple Music, iTunes, YouTube Music. What else we got? Spotify. Yeah. ANN Artists.
Talk about them placements too.
Yep. So yes, it's super cool. I got a placement overseas for a song. I forgot what song it was, but I did get the check for maybe a TV show. Somewhere I did ask for some more info on that. Shout out to Push Audio, by the way. And then they also got me the placement for the series on Netflix.
Oh, word.
It's on one episode on the second season.
Push Audio, that's George and them, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah. Shout out to Push Audio. Word, I ain't see them in about a year or two.
My Dad the Bounty Hunter.
My Dad the Bounty Hunter, yes.
That was the
second
name of the,
season, 6th episode.
The season, okay.
Yeah, that was pretty dope. I loved just seeing my name on the screen in the parentheses, like under the lyrics. I was like, I made it.
I was fascinated. I was singing the song too.
Oh my God, thank
I
you.
go hard.
Oh yeah, what is it? Yeah. Wipe it up. It's always a song that's like not my favorite. they gets picked up. But I appreciate
Like
that.
the one you would never think.
You feel me? Yeah. Like the one you were talking about, I feel like I took it off because I
okay.
I feel like I could have done better.
What's always dope to you? Like whenever I like certain episodes, I'll be like, man, this is dope to me. Other people like, nah, no it ain't. And then people like, nah, I like this one. And I'm like, that joint is trash. Yeah. Like we wasn't talking about nothing on that joint.
You never know.
Yeah, so that's how I look at like life. Like if you don't like it, somebody else will. You get what I'm saying? It's 8 billion people on the planet. I ain't really worried about if you like it or not. You know what I mean? I would like you to like whatever I'm pushing, but if you don't, you don't. I ain't even gonna try to fight for your love. Like for you to love whatever I'm doing. Like,
I think people should appreciate others more of an individual, as more of an individual.
Yes.
It's not about like liking, it's about appreciating like what I bring to the table. It's appreciating how I contribute to the world.
Yeah. I always appreciated like your artistry in the way that you said you just make music that is different than everybody. So I remember being in the studio with you.
Yeah, we always talk about that.
Recording Amazing Grace. And it's like, yo, to this day, that's like one of the most beautiful records I've ever heard you produce, yo.
Really?
Yeah.
Thank you. That's exactly.
You said that she produced?
I mean, I'm just saying, like, like just as an artist. Yeah.
Okay, all right.
Just my part of it.
Oh, okay.
No telling where the beat and all that came from.
And it's just the way how like your work ethic when you're in the studio. It's more like, you know, you're a free spirit. There's some songs where it's like you'll get in the studio and you'll do it within 30 minutes. Or there's some where it's like you want to make sure that you get certain things down. Like we did Birthday Cake.
That's still one of my favorites. Definitely my favorite video.
Rihanna song?
Oh no, we shot a video
on for my 30th. Yep.
Oh.
Yeah,
I think that was a fun song. Like being the engineer recording the song and then the videographer like recording the song. It was fun throughout the whole entire process.
I love that. Wow. Yes.
And it's like you can tell it was fun because like when we shot the video, like it didn't even feel like a video. It was like having fun in there. Yeah.
A little pre-gaming.
Yeah.
I get to play that every birthday. I love it.
Oh, nah, that.
I love it. I love to perform and.
Out of the artists that's out right now, like, not even, it can be some local artists or some artists, major artists. Who are you inspired by? Who do you like as an artist?
Can I grab my phone for the cheat code?
Nah, cheat code.
No, and see, that's the thing. Like, I feel like I'm so musically, like, I don't want to say them wrong. I don't want to say musically dumb. You know, I just really listen to what I like. I listen to a lot of different things. I listen to a lot of different genres. It's all going to depend on what type of day I'm having. I mean, I was having a crazy ass day the other day and I was listening to Godsmack. So I'm like, I don't.
It just depends on whatever vibe you.
Life inspires me. And as far as like who I listen to though, who I appreciate a lot, some of the classic artists. Like when I grew up, I listened to Mary J. Blige a lot, Sade, Erykah Badu, Alicia Keys, Music Soul Child. He's still like one of my favorites. He's a Virgo too, so.
Yeah, music is fire.
I can tell he writes, you know what I mean? Rap makes me feel overstimulated when I listen to it a lot, but I always fuck with a good beat.
Yeah.
You know, so I'm like, it's a lot of different factors in like what inspires me or whatever.
I remember you was telling me that you had different phones that had different type of mixtapes in them, or like songs you written, like
definitely
about like pop songs.
Yes, pop is probably my favorite genre. Because you're gonna move or you're gonna feel it.
Came on here and said pop is your favorite. What's the
probably
name? Woods. Eugene, he was like, he loved pop. Yo, he was going crazy with the Taylor Swift. He was like, he loved Taylor Swift.
Pop songs, man. He does good.
Taylor's a good writer. I love to look up lyrics to artist songs. When you read the lyrics, it makes you appreciate them a whole lot more. Taylor Swift, I don't listen to her music just because she's just not in my algorithm of like pop or whatever. Very dope. lyrics.
Who's a dope pop artist?
I was just listening to Ava Max when I was over here. Ava Max is cool. Sia is like super respected. I can't really think of any off back. I kind of let my playlist do its thing, and usually I'm not looking at the phone.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna do better. I'm learning to be like a big gatekeeper on shit nowadays, like on things that are not essential. I would never hold that back from anybody. You know what I mean? Yeah. But shit like don't ask me what type of perfume I'm wearing anymore. I'm not doing it.
What?
Why? I don't want nobody walking around smelling like me no more.
Oh.
Because well, I mean, I have just been so open and very. I've shared,
It's a lot of vampires.
But if it's essential, I got you. Like I'm definitely an apple tree. You need some apples. Come, pick the fruit or whatever. But not telling you where I got the shoes from no more.
So will you tell us about your necklace? And...
I would be. And the reason. Oh my goodness! I feel like I can't gatekeep on her because she's an artisan, and I love Labrina. She's in DC or Maryland area, DMV area or whatnot.
And she makes jewelry?
Yes, she made every link by hand. I mean, she be in there beating them joints. Lily's Village. It's who made this for me. I got another one. It might be in the mail today, actually.
But it's all purposeful, though.
Yes, it's copper. I would prefer to wear copper.
Wow.
These, just because of the, I guess, for lack of better words, medicinal properties of it. I know that our bodies create probably copper. I know gold, shit like that. I just happen to like the way you can wrap it around stones
or like maybe it's for grounding, stay grounded to the earth.
How could I forget? That's why you here. That's why you're there. How could I forget? Yeah, it's definitely a good grounder.
Cause you
inexpensive.
Cause like you love walking barefoot and hugging
love
trees.
it.
You know what I'm saying?
That's what my shoe. I wear a 10. That's probably why.
I do the same thing too. Like I walk around with no shoes on the grass. I hug the tree from time to time.
Nature is so like.
Yeah, it's about getting back into nature. People, I've always been against nature, but now I'm like learning to like try to get back into nature and all. Like my boy, shout out to Tony Stovall. He's like the nature guru.
I know, right? You put me in the game.
Yeah, like so he be telling me a lot about the nature. I used to be against all of that type stuff. Like, man, I ain't with all that, man. I don't care about the bees and the ants and all of that stuff, but nah, shout out to him. He gonna be on the show probably next week. He might swing through. Or
definitely wasn't your fault though. They condition us to like neglect those things. Like that.
I've learned that all the things that are good for us, if they don't want us to know it, they'll demonize it.
Oh yeah,
Like, you don't know what to do nowadays.
Like voodoo, for example. Like voodoo is actually about learning about the earth and nature.
The nature, yeah. Voodoo's all about nature and stuff like that. Like even their rituals is about nature. But we was taught that it was horrible and like it's black magic and all type of stuff.
Yes, I was just reading about something or watching something about that. Yeah.
And it's like the oldest belief system, voodoo. It's like definitely the oldest and definitely the modern religions, the three major modern religions have copied from it.
Okay.
And a great deal of it. I don't know too much about it, so I ain't gonna promote it, but I know that part.
I respect the fact that you know about it just in general, because like when you ask your average black person about it, they make it look like this nasty, dark thing. And it's like I seen something on Facebook where they were like, teach your kids about African spirituality so they won't treat it like it's demonic. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, I ain't gonna say that. It might get people mad, but I can dig what you're saying. Sometimes I be having to censor myself because when I say things, sometimes for some reason it affects people in a bad way, like
the Latin community.
Yeah, the Latin community, and little the Latin community don't know that I'm like
You Boricua.
I'm half Latin in real life.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, that's a little joke between you guys. Like we recently did like 2 interviews where it's like he was talking about the Latin community and like both of the interviewers was like, "Yo, keep that out."
Get out.
Yeah.
Not cut it out.
You know, I just like giving out work to certain people. But he said the Latin community, man. Now it's multiple communities.
We gonna cut this though. I want to let you know we gonna cut this part.
Nah, it's multiple communities that go against me. I used to have the football community against me. The community with all the letters.
Oh wow, the alphabet.
They was against me. Just all them communities.
Let's get this bread.
Because you know I speak my mind, but sometimes I do understand it ain't always right to just come out there and speak your mind, and what's right to me might not be right to you. So I gotta respect that. You get what I'm saying?
Somebody's watching this like, I'm glad he's saying that while she's there so she can hear it.
Yeah. For sure though. You gotta be mindful of what other people think. And I'm learning that. I'm still a work in progress, but I'm learning that. You gotta be mindful, because I used to just think it's like my way or the highway. Like, you know, I'm not.
But shouldn't it be like that for your life? I mean,
for my life.
If it's not working for you, then yeah.
For my life, but it becomes dangerous when you forcing people to think like you.
Oh, okay, I see what you're saying.
So that's where you become a tyrant or you become an oppressor.
Oh yeah, facts.
They gonna see the fruits growing. They gonna wonder how you did it.
The narrative.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I got you.
So I mean, it ain't nothing wrong with pushing out your ideology, but like when you try to make people take part in that, you become the people that you against.
Facts.
You get what I'm saying? So that's what that is. That's what that's about.
Well, I respect your level of maturity, yo, because not too many people can like really openly say that out loud. So I appreciate that.
Man, it took a long time, brother. This ain't something that just happened. Like my maturity ain't something that.
But it's like, where does offense come from? And the reason why I'm like, you know, coming at all of these things these ways, because all of these reasons are the reason why I feel like we're in the space that we're in, which is not our ideal. I don't want to speak for everybody, but you know, I could have a lot of shit be different. You know what I mean? So it's just like, I don't know if my tolerance is low. I'm very compassionate and very understanding. Okay. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But the excuses is like, nah.
Yeah.
It's like, nah.
And in this day and age with like social media, like everybody's offended about something. And I feel like they're making this the premise of social media. It's like we can't get reactions out of people unless we offend people. And that's what people have been getting, you know, like the goal is because the way the social media is set up is like, you know, the more reactions, the more interactions you get with people, the more money you make on it. So now people are purposely doing tactics to get reactions out of people.
Oh yeah.
So then when they see the results of getting a lot of reactions out of people, it makes people want to do it more.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's like, it's cool to a certain extent, but it's like when it's used in the wrong way to agitate people. Yeah. Like I purposely seen where people make fake accounts just to start shit on it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I thought about that to do it actually.
That's a different level of crazy. That's like a different level of a weirdo. If you just take time out to create an account to like go against whatever somebody say.
You mean like on some funny shit or on some disrespectful stuff, you know?
Now, funny shit is cool, but you can do that from your own account.
I got a few business pages though, like a different pages or whatever, like dedicated to like being funny or dedicated to whatever.
I mean, well then, you could go to the funny
but
page.
It's not being private or whatever.
You can go to the funny page and push that, but if like, I just don't see I don't see the need for that. Maybe I'm too old and I don't understand that, but I don't see the need to do that. And I'm highly disrespectful. I'm a disrespectful person but I don't see the need for that.
It's about the cancel culture, right? Because, there's a lot of people online who set a standard of, like, if a person says something racist and then they find out where they work at, then they get them people fired, right? Mm-hmm. People who are racist, they just want to be racist. They want the space to be racist. I'm okay with that. I like people who let me know up front that, hey, I'm racist.
Me too, yeah.
I can stay away from them people.
Yeah, I like my racism blatant.
It's the passive-aggressive people that you got to worry about.
Yes.
Right? And it's like, imagine going to get your car fixed, and it's like, something is wrong, something get messed up, but it's like, it's that passive-aggressive racism.
Yeah.
For example, right? Or like you be online, and there's this person with no face on their account, and it's like they're just saying like this mean stuff, you know what I mean? And it's like racism, it just wants to exist.
Nah, you want to see like hardcore racism go on. What's the name? The news
BRJ?
Yeah, both of them, all the news channels.
Okay.
Go on their website.
Yeah.
And see the comments and stuff of different topics. And you're gonna see your co-workers. You're going to see all of them, just going off. About.
And you see that on the Roanoke Warning page, too, yo. Like, something crazy.
Yeah, that page is crazy. Like,
who authorized this post right here?
Right.
Yeah, they go crazy on that page now, but it's just people going to show their true colors. Like, they can't hide it for forever. If you feel like this, you can't hide it.
But you know how you say everything just wants to exist. Like everything that you want already exists, whether it's like considered good or bad. So it's like, why do we even put in any focus on that if it's not like blatantly, immediately affecting us? I do believe everything is connected. You know what I mean? But like when it comes to like racism and shit, like, I mean, I'm waking up and I'm doing my best to mind my own business. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I think all of us is affected by racism, or we have been affected by it. Like, definitely all Black people has been affected by racism because we at the so-called bottom of the barrel. So who's going to really feel it? It's going to be us.
I think there has been a period of time where we felt racism, like, in person a lot, right? Mm-hmm. And then, like, it transpires to like online, and even though a lot of it is words, like it still brings back like this feeling of in-person type stuff.
Nah, words hurt. Words are spells. And that's why when people curse you out, you catch a feeling. You get what I'm saying? When people say positive things, you start feeling good. Mm-hmm. You get what I'm saying? So words are spells.
Yeah. I'm at a point now where I'm learning that these words online don't have power unless you give them power. And it's like, it took me a long time to get there because like I used to clap back at every fucking body, yo. Like,
did you really?
Yeah, just because not because I'm trying to like clap back on some mean shit, but it's like I felt like if we gonna have a conversation, then I gotta say it. You know what I mean? But I realized like when people got their own deficiencies, and it's like it's not a me problem, it's a them problem. And
there you go. Yeah.
Like I kind of step out the way now. You know what I mean?
I heard someone. I think his name is Bill Donahue or William Donahue. I fuck with him. Old preacher.
Phil Donahue.
William.
Who's William Donahue? He's a preacher?
I believe so.
I know Phil Donahue.
Who that?
The dude that used to have the talk show with the white. You remember Phil Donahue? I'm older than y'all, so
he's like a Italian type of accent. He would probably be in his 70s or 80s now.
No, I'm talking
maybe late 60s.
What was the point?
I heard him say something, and he was like, first of all, can't nobody, pull anything out of you that's not in you. So however you respond because that was already in you. He was like, but how somebody else responds or how they are is where they are. You know what I'm saying? Like my job or whatever, I hear people say a lot of crazy shit to me, and I'm human. So I be, I'm moved sometime and I got to step away. But for the most part, I try to remember that that's just where this person is. I don't have anything to do with that. if anything, I feel bad for you that you in this space to where you have to respond to me like this. You know what I'm saying? So
that's definitely taking the high horse. It's definitely
because I can't. My emotions
can't let it control.
Cannot afford not to anymore. You know what I'm saying?
I could dig that.
I understand depression and shit like that, anxiety and all that.
Yeah, I could dig that.
Yeah.
And like, I was watching Myron Golden on YouTube.
I like him.
And he was just talking about people's limited
From
beliefs.
Fresh and Fit? Myron? From the podcast Fresh and Fit?
Older black dude?
I think so. Black dude, white beard.
Oh,
I mean, he's been on there before, but he has his own podcast. His own channel. But, you know, he was talking about how people got their own limited beliefs. And he was like, you know, if you get presented with better information and you fight it and you resist it, it's because of your limited beliefs of where you currently at, right? And it's like, if you don't get rid of your limited beliefs, you get to keep them. You know what I'm saying? So it's like every day, like for example, you know, like I'm driving a different car now, right? So like when people see me pull up with this car that I'm driving right now, they hit me with their limited beliefs. Like I had a person come up to me and was like, you know it's going to cost a lot to get this car fixed if it messes up, right? And it's like, you know, it's the perception of I wouldn't be able to afford it. You know what I mean? So
it's like, why are you approaching me with a negative suggestion? How come you can't come with, you know?
It's their own limited beliefs.
Okay, well, yeah.
So it's like, you know, I wouldn't put myself in a position to have a car that I can't afford to take care of.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Obviously, the universe has figured out a way for me to have it. Why wouldn't the universe figure out a way for me to maintain it?
Yeah.
You know?
And it's already been a way. I just stepped into it, and you know.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So it's like I'm just realizing that we all are getting presented with everybody's limited beliefs, including my own. So like, I always approach information with an open attitude, as if I can take it in consideration of what can I gain from it. You know what I mean? I
love that.
So,
man, I didn't think this conversation was gonna get this deep.
I love that.
We sitting here again.
I was so
and that's
interested.
Palms TV talking, y'all. Just your Palms be like, he be laughing every time I call him. I say Palms TV. Yeah. I say that every time.
Oh my goodness.
But let him give your shout outs and all that before we wrap this up, man.
Well, if you're watching, you know, if we can relate, then we are related. Shout out to Gypsy. Shout out to everybody. You know, it's not a soul that I don't appreciate. You know. What else? My mother, I love you dearly. My sister, my family. You got to treat this like the Grammys. You know, you never know.
Thank you.
And you know, shout out to God, my higher self. You know, obviously, shout out to you, Mr. Wabu in the building. Obviously, this is his building. And Palms, you know, I rock with you hard. I always appreciate you reaching out and considering your girl. Yeah.
Definitely.
I won't really like give no shout out, because if I can't like say everybody, I won't say nobody.
I can dig it.
But you know.
You got some shout outs, Palm? TV?
Yeah. I want to shout out, you know, God, because, you know, God has been speaking to me lately. And also my man, Joe Carper, he's not doing too well right now. He could use a lot of love and attention. So if y'all can go on Facebook and, you know, just show some love and support for him, let him know that people are thinking about him, then I appreciate that.
Oh, man. All right. Should I give a shout out? Man, shout outs to the whole world. Y'all just gave everybody a shout out. But you know where you heard it first?
Because everybody's watching.
Oh, I hope so. You know where you heard it first? New Wabu Order Podcast. Remember, the fight is fixed. If you speak well, you eat well. Let's grow.
It's the new Wabu Order Podcast. We talk to build our culture up. We get into all that. We speak well to eat well. We giving them all facts. So like, share, subscribe if you know that you pro-black. Let's grow.